Alright guys, today we're talking about the horrific crash that occurred on Saturday night in upstate New York. It involved Kevin Ward Jr., who was hit by Tony Stewart. Now to lay out the framework for you, Tony Stewart came around a corner, bumped against Kevin Ward Jr., his car hit the rail, and ultimately he spun out. Now as Tony Stewart made his lap around the track, Kevin Ward Jr. ran back out onto the track and was clearly upset. He almost was hit by another driver, and then as Tony Stewart tried to avoid him and drive around him, he unfortunately clipped Kevin Ward Jr. and saw him fly about 20-some yards. And then Kevin Ward, of course, lost his life in the process. Before we go any further, I think it's necessary that we throw our thoughts and prayers and condolences out to Kevin Ward Jr.'s family, who are grieving the loss of a family member. At the same time, I think it's fair that we also do the same thing for Tony Stewart, who clearly going into the night could have never seen anything as horrific as this occurring on the racetrack, a passion that he certainly has, probably above anyone else that races in NASCAR. So he deals with this with his family now, and we certainly wish him the best in the process. The one thing that I did want to address is, first of all, I don't believe that there was any sort of intent there by Tony Stewart. And to ultimately see some of these people go on Facebook and Twitter and other outlets and say things like murderer, call him names, is flat out disgusting. And again, sometimes in these situations, it's more so than not, we see the worst come out of people in a tragic situation. They outlash or they try to make some sort of outcry, and it really doesn't have any substantial standards. And I think at the end of the day, Tony Stewart is one of the nicer guys you're ever going to meet, and he would have never done anything intentional, whether it was in the heat of the battle or not. At the end of the day, none of it was purposeful. So I think that as we move forward, I think, again, some things need to be addressed in racing. It's a very dangerous sport. I think they've done good things with the vehicles, but we have to do something, because we've seen this before where individuals run out of the track, throw helmets, kick cars. Something like this could happen sooner than later, and we'll be dealing with another family grieving the loss of someone that they truly love. I think that there's a lot of things we can take from it and learn, but clearly the bottom line from all of it is that someone lost a brother, a family member, a son, and really I think all of our thoughts and prayers need to go to them, Tony Stewart, and all that were involved on a very, very sad day in sports.